So I've got a few more lithium-ion batteries to test. All of them are the standard size of lithium-ion battery, the 18650 size. All of them are 3.7 volts, and here you can see the nominal capacity of them. The first one is some no-name battery with absolutely no marking on it except this line. It says 2200 milliamp hours, and this one is exactly the same but from a different seller. They were for $2.20 piece. This one is UltraFire. It is 3800 milliamp hours, and the last one is also UltraFire, and it's 2400 milliamp hours. This one was for $3.20 and this one was for $2.90. The last time I was testing this one, it was 2000 milliamp hours, and this one was real. This one also is the one with a very simple marking, and those are very similar to it, so I guess those could be real, maybe. Those ones are wrapped in a plastic bag, and they are a flat top type. This one is the same, a flat top, and those ones are with the tip here, and this one as well. This one is in some kind of heat shrink wrap. Here it says the charging and discharging voltage. The maximum is 4.2 and the minimum is 2.75, and some kind of warning. That's it. And this one says discharge rate, no memory effect, low reoccurring operation ceased, short circuit and overcurrent protection, safe life around 10 years, environmental friendly. I am going to use my analyzer, but before I do this, let's measure the initial voltage. This one is only 2.2 volts. That's not good. It's really just less than 2.2, so it seems almost dead. This one is 3.88. This one is okay. This one is also 3.89. That's good. And this one is 3.82. So those three are okay. The voltage is good for storage, but this one is very low. So this one is really questionable. I will mark it so I know which one it was. This one seems to be slightly above the maximum possible capacity available today, but this one still seems to be real, even though I'm not sure. And this one came in a nice box with a Chinese girl and with some text. It seems like some Chinese wisdom, even though something may be getting lost in a translation. The world is not lack of beauty, lack of discovery of the eye. Point a lamp to warm the whole world. Love is like this. Love is like this. Company is the longest love confession. Now I'm going to analyze the batteries, so let's teleport to the next day. So I'm back, but before I show you the results, let's weigh the batteries because I forgot to do it yesterday. It will be a good idea to turn this one on, and this one is only about 31 grams. So the one with the highest nominal capacity is the lightest one, and this is suspicious. The other two are a bit heavier, 42 and 37, but they are still not as heavy as this one from the old video. This one is 44, and this one really had the capacity. Now I'm measuring the last one, discharging it at 0.5 amps. The end voltage is 3 volts, and now it's at 3.54. And I'm also recording the discharge curve. So the discharge is finished, and it came out as 990 milliamp hours. And this is the discharge curve. As you can see, the voltage falls quickly, then slowly, and then finally very quickly. Because the voltage is falling very quickly in the end voltage doesn't change the capacity much. If you choose a lower end voltage, the capacity is not going to be much higher. So here you can see the results, and it was kind of disappointing because none of the batteries is actually close to its rated capacity. This one was the best one, even though still not reaching its rated capacity. Those ones were at about barely half of its rated capacity, and this one was the worst one. There is some correlation between the weight and the capacity. The best one was the heaviest one, and the worst one was the lightest one. And those two are the same type, but one of those arrived at very low voltage, only 2.19 volts. The other ones were at normal storage voltage, about 3.8. But it doesn't seem to change the capacity. This one actually had slightly more capacity than this one. This one was obviously fake because its rated capacity is slightly more than the best one you can get nowadays. And the result was the worst. About the same as this completely crazy one. This one seems a bit longer than the other ones. So it looks like it could have a protection circuitry in it. The only way to find out is to make an autopsy. There is something. No, it doesn't seem like a protection circuitry. And this one is interesting because it has some watermark on it, some laser cut or etched writing. It says UltraFire, but I can't see any protection circuitry. It's just a flat top battery with this tip spot welded on it. In this one, the tip is directly part of the battery, and in this one, it's spot welded on it. This one seems to be a recycled battery because under the tip there are some marks of previous spot welding. You can see this is probably the remain of some previous spot weld. And here the bottom looks quite nice, but it seems like there is something put onto the battery. This is not the original bottom of the battery. The other one here you can see the bottom is directly the part of the battery, but here the bottom is a different piece of metal. So it seems like they put another piece of metal on it to hide the marks of the previous spot welding. It seems to be the case. when I remove it, yes, I can see the previous spot welding here. So this one is not a fake battery, but it's a recycled battery. So they basically take some old battery from some e-waste and they put a new tip and bottom on it and they rewrap it. This one didn't seem to me like a fake battery from the beginning because it's heavy, but the capacity is low because it's worn out. So the best one on eBay still remains this one from the old video. And when buying batteries on eBay, beware of low quality batteries, fake batteries, and also recycled batteries. This is Diet Gone Wild, and see you in my next videos.